I've had a couple live studio audience.
Oh, cool.
Actually, yeah, so it's not the first one.
Okay.
And we're live. And maybe I'm going to have to do this down a little bit. I don't know where to put it. And I have a live studio audience. Oh, you might get seen. Are you all right to be seen? I just made the other person. There's Kelly. Everybody say hi to Kelly. No one's on yet, but they will be. I know it. I know it. Okay. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Do you think that's too much?
Nope.
You think it's all right? Okay. Well, there's 4 people on. So make sure you say hi to Kelly. Krista says hi, Kelly.
Hey, girl.
And you're the first one on. Yay! So, okay. So what are we going to talk about tonight? We're going to talk about a lot of magic. So tonight is tonight, right? It's, sorry. All of a sudden I had this thought about maybe this wasn't the right dress choice, but I guess it's fine. So we are going to talk about magic, more magic than you can, more magic than you can bat an eye at. That's what we're going to talk about is magic. And what does it look like to be magical? Okay, here's my first number 1 trick. What does it look like to be magical? Go to a mirror and look at yourself because you are magic. And it's, yes, absolutely magic. No matter what has happened on this earth or what has gone on or what hasn't gone on or what you regret or what you're in a hard place about, you are magic. So if that doesn't get you to stay, I don't know what will. And it doesn't mean like any more Sir Blumpkins are going to happen. And if you were on for that, then you know what I'm talking about. If you weren't, well, I'm not going to tell you. So what's going to happen is we're going to talk about how to work with this energy. Hey, Julie. We're going to talk about how to work with this energy, how to work with your energy. Because many times, I'm going to tell you, this has like been a huge, I mean, being a medium is, I love it. I love it. I love giving peace to people. It's the thing that makes me so happy. And I love people connecting to their deceased loved ones. But also what I love is the ability for people to create a structure where they begin to believe in themselves again, where they begin to like see how wonderful they are and see how their choices are perfect. No, seriously, every choice you make is perfect. And sometimes it's really hard for us to see it. But it's perfect. I'm sorry. That was very much a clear message for Kelly as we're here. I'm jostling you around. So your ideas, your choices, but hey, look, let's like back this way up because what the choices you make and the ideas, is that your phone? Okay. I just didn't know if it was mine. I'm sorry.
It's telling you my message to you, Bill.
Oh, sorry. You're here now, so sometimes messages fail. There's another good Mediumship Monday right there. Write it down because I'm going to forget it. I guarantee it. So, okay. So you are magic. How are you magic? You are magic by being here. So let's talk about a little bit. So as I'm toying with the idea of telling you more and more about my personal life, because as you find out more and more about my personal life, you'll see I've had to put these things into work and I've had to really come around and I've had to really look at myself, and I continue to look at myself. It's not like I'm done looking at myself, but where I am now compared to where I was 5 years ago is very, 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 very different. How many varies can I say in one time? I don't know, a lot. So it's very different. I mean, think about where you were 5 years ago. I mean, quite honestly, I didn't think I'd be, I didn't know what I thought it would be. I'm not really good at the 5-year goal plan setting thing, it turns out. You're not. So how old is your little one? Is she 5? She's going to be 5. That's what I just thought. I just heard that. She's 5. Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Messages might just start coming through because I got somebody with me. No, absolutely not. And see, if you're here as a studio audience, you get to get a little bit of something. Okay, wait a second. You get to get messages, probably more, because you're in my vicinity. And if you're like in my vicinity and somebody's coming through, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you. Is it like that? I'm going to tell you about it. It's like this, boom, I'm here. Okay, so, you're magic. You look in the mirror, you're magic. you know what? I'd like to share a story about when my brother passed that I don't really talk about. Not many people know this. I thought like I'm going to tell you how I became a medium, how I became in tune with the fact that I was a medium. But it's changing, so I guess it just shifts as it's supposed to shift. Because this is about, and maybe you know this, maybe you don't know this, but Nostradamus actually would look in the mirror. That's what he would do. He would stare in the dark in the mirror, and I think he had a candle even. And then he would look, and the future would unfold itself to him, and then he'd write a sonnet about it. And nobody would understand what he's talking about because, thank you for sharing your story. So I will share my story. So my brother passing, how do I say this? Like I had a really good relationship with my brother. I loved him from the top to the bottom, totally, and he knew it. I adored him. Now, did I always think he was right about everything? Absolutely not. But I loved him. And he passed. And then there was a couple of funerals, and then there was a funeral in the town I grew up in, and I went to it. And I went to a bar, and I drank a ton. Now, I'm telling you this, so I'm telling you that I drank like out of my mind. The next day, I actually didn't think I was going to make it to his funeral. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this. It was really too much for me. And I got up, and I remember like one of my cousins had brought his pillow and couldn't find his pillow, and another cousin was due. And I was like in this hotel room with a bunch of my cousins who I love so dearly. And I was with them, and here I was going the next day to say goodbye to my brother. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I had given a eulogy once to him. I was not giving another eulogy that day, but I didn't think I was going to be able to show up. So they had gotten hotel rooms that were across the hall from each other. So I stumble out of this. Literally, I stumble out of this one the night. I mean, I probably had 2 hours of sleep, right? So we're talking about 2 hours of sleep. Your brother is instantly gone from your life, and I walk across the other bathroom where nobody is because I'm sure I'm going to vomit or it's going to be terrible. Because I don't drink. I mean, I really don't drink. Not anymore. Let me say that. It's not. And I stood there in the bathroom, and I looked into the mirror. And as I looked into the mirror, just all of a sudden, everything went away. It was as if I was transported like up into up to spirit, up to like an angel. And a couple of people told me that was Angel Orion. See, that's how much I don't really believe that. It was my brother saying goodbye to me. And at that moment, when he said goodbye, all sickness, all feeling gross was gone. And I was able to be in the day. To me, that was a miracle because there's a lot of people on here. Well, maybe not, but there's some people on here who know my brother Billy, and there's some that don't. But you have your own siblings, or you have your own very special relationships. So, but not until I looked into the mirror did I be able to begin to see the greatness that was around me. Now, how did this kind of mess me up into mediumship? Thanks, Billy. No, it wasn't Billy. It wasn't Billy's fault, right? It was totally what was supposed to happen. I'm supposed to like drag myself through my own worthiness, like an army sniper, right? Trying to like, I'm worthy of doing this. I know I'm worthy. And that's what we're all doing, right? Trying to get up every day, do things that make us feel that we're happy and worthy. But when we fight, and we fight with the external instead of going internal, nothing can be figured out outside of you. Nothing. I mean, in a way, saying that's kind of weird because you think, well, that means I should go be a hermit somewhere, right? Because I'll be by myself and nobody will bother me. But that's not what this life is about, too, right? It's not. This, and I'm going to say it 1,000,000 times on this channel, this life is about you pretending you're not you. What? Like, seriously, okay? You are a part of the divine. Everybody is connected. totally connected. And then what ends up happening is you pretend this game like we're not connected. There's no way we can be connected. It's not going to happen. I'm not connected. I don't like anybody. And I definitely don't like that person. I don't like that person. I don't like how that person's talking. And I don't like, but what you're doing is you're railing against all of creation, which you are a part of. I mean, really? How does that feel? I like not a single comment. I need to know how you're doing out there. Because how are you doing in here? I'll just ask Kelly. What do you think, Kelly?
I'm good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense to you? Make sure you comment. You like it. You do. Because I don't know where you guys are at other than I'm just going to keep going because you're so enthralled. I don't know. You think that's what it is? Yeah. Okay. Because then all of a sudden what will happen is I'll get like 20 different comments. So yeah, you're magic. And the more that you begin to get in touch with the fact you're magic, that no comment. Brad, you can't say no comment. That's not cool. That is just the opposite of cool. What you are with being magic is you begin just to barely get in touch with the fact that you can create. I think just listen to that. Like you can create. You're in charge of this. You can make peace with it. So what I want to offer is a couple of things. Yeah, you might want to watch this. I mean, I don't know. Watch it a couple times. I always read books like, I don't know, my son there's a book, and I highly recommend it to everybody, which is Byron Katie's 1,000 Names for Joy. So 1,000 Names for Joy, right? So 100%, that's the book I recommend. I would buy, I don't know, 2 crates of them and just give them away if I could. I mean, perfect. So this is perfect because Jen just wrote something. What Jen wrote, I'm trying to start my life over again. Signs have been coming lately, so I know I'm on the right path. Absolutely perfect. So what I want to offer with that is there is, and I can't remember the people that it came from, but I'm sure that that you'll relate to it vibrationally. And that is this. Is that when you are seeing in the moment, you're in the moment, you are in the here and forward, the now and forward. I know we always have names for now. The Hopi Indians didn't even have a name for now because the moment you say now, you're actually not in the now, you're in the past. So we're just trying to be as now and forward. So what's happened past, whether it be somebody cheated on you, whether it be you're screwed by your boss, your business partner took a ton of money, whether any of it's like now forward, because what ends up happening is those will be the things that tie you down and hold you down, get you out of the flow of life. And life is only a yes, yes, yes. So if you're walking around going, this is hard because I do this to myself. Like, I'm not the right size. I'm not the right this. I'm not the right that. I should be doing this. How do I do that? Maybe I don't know. Should I have a show? Should I not have a show? How do I do any of this? How do I not? It's just the barrage. But if I can just stop and go now and forward. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I feel like I got a little tied up on that one. I'm not sure if I made it very clear. I did? Okay. So, so yeah, there you go. That's kind of what we're talking about is your freedom. You cannot, I want to reiterate this, and it's really important. You cannot do anything wrong in this life. You can't. You are, you have to go in order to let it grow. I totally agree with that. That's perfect. So here's the fun part is that we are here to pretend. So imagine that you are on the other side. Just put yourself there. Like you're on the other side and you're on the other side and you can create ecstasy. You can create just out of the belief of something and poof, it's there. You get everything you want. You get a question, it's answered. You will have a need, it's answered. And then you decide, I'm going to come to this earth realm. I'm still snapping. Oh, it's Jill. Hi, Jill. Sorry, I have to say that because I see you, and that's important. Mwah. So what I want to say is, I got distracted. This is like a squirrel. It's like sometimes I'm like that. So I just got to the snapping.
Yeah.
Oh, Yvette.
You want it to be happen. You need it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. See, this is why studio audiences are so important. So please get a hold of me, because she actually helped me set up. I was running a little bit late. I've had a very busy day. So, you're here, you're on the other side, and then you're like, well, I get everything I want. I don't know what it's like to not get what I want. So what if I went to the earth realm, the earth multiverse? What if I went into all of those verses at once and I played like I didn't have anything, like I'm all alone, like nobody cares about me, like my mom and dad don't even care about me, or I can't make enough money, or I never make enough money. I don't ever get what I want. I can't ever pay my rent. I can't, I don't have a video. I don't have a video. I don't know what that's about. I don't have a car. I don't have a this. My car's broken. I don't have enough money for gas. I don't blah, blah, blah. Right? We have all these things, and we play and we pretend. Squirrel, Julie, kill you now. Okay, that was a joke. I know her. So we come here to play, and it may not feel like play, but the second you cross over, you get to have everything you want again. You get reunited with everybody. So, it's funny because I have, I was talking to somebody who was a near-death experiences, right? So it's not a near-death experience. It actually is a death experience. It's not near-death. You actually did die, right? There are a lot of people out there that have died. And one of the things that they say, and I think I said this last week, but I'll probably say it a million more times, because I'm going to say a bunch of this a million times, because it is hard to wrap your mind around this idea if it's never been brought to you before. So, okay. So what, I have a father energy coming through, interrupting me. Okay, hang on a second. All right, I'm just going to say this to the camera. So I want to make sure that I make this distinction right now. It doesn't matter if you are not watching this live. Your message, if you start to feel this in your soul, your message is here for you. So I do have a father energy. So I feel like a lot of plaid shirts for some reason. I feel like a lot of plaid button-up shirts. I feel like a lot of button-up shirts. I just keep, how well, it's an older man. So I feel like what I have is a t-shirt and then a button-up. Okay, so like always a t-shirt under your shirt and then a button-up. So okay. Oh, I'm so positive this is for you. I might save this. Is that okay? Okay.
My dad didn't wear button-ups.
Well, the thing is, they'll come through in a couple of ways. Hang on a second. So no, I also see, in like a pocket protector kind of thing. Not that I'm not using that word. He's very advanced, very mathematical. I feel like math coming. When I see it, I just keep seeing equations and, okay. So I keep seeing equations. I keep seeing things written down. So this father, and I'm going to tell you, like, this is more than one, but it is a father energy that is coming forward to say, I did not and was not in life That's what there wasn't a quality of life. This is what I'm seeing. And this is like 4 dads coming through, and they feel all very, very different, feeling like, wow. Okay, so it also feels like there's a big court thing that's happening with this. So I don't know, like with another father, I'm feeling like there's a court thing and they're encouraging, and this feels like there's not a lot of stuff going on for like encouragement, but he's still like pushing forward to have that happen. That's important. I also feel that I know this seems like a very universal what I'm about to say, but a universal message. But as I even, oh gosh, okay. So as I'm sitting here, I just see like, it's kind of like a you around me saying like, everybody that's listening here right now actually needs to stop, and to take a break from this life. Not to like leave this life. That's not what I'm saying at all. But actually like allow yourself stillness. There is no stillness that's happening with anybody who's watching this video at any time. So if you're sitting here watching this and you're running and running and running and running and running and you don't have any time, you actually need to cut out time to begin to take care of yourself. Because this is like, gosh, this is so hard because sometimes some of these messages are also for myself. And I get that. Like, you wouldn't come here to this channel unless you were really busy or running really hard. So they're showing me like this being a necessity for mindfulness or a yogic practice. You know, I'm really a big fan of Kundalini yoga. If you can find a good Kundalini yoga practitioner. If you're in Boulder, go to Rally Sport because Karuna is like the best. She's the best on how to clear yourself. And I know that there's so much more. And I feel like a terrible pain in my hand. Like they just couldn't get the IVs or something in my arm ever. So they're showing me the pain that he was in, and just like in unison, everything is the way it is supposed to be. Sometimes it's hard to see that is the way it is. It's hard to see that everything is the way it is supposed to be. I would love to hear for this next week, and I'd like for you to really feel and give me feedback. Like, you know how to find me, and if not, somebody put my contact information up because I know Krista, Julie, everybody's, you know, you guys, Sarah, you all know how to get a hold of me. If you would put that up for people, not only my phone number but also my email. And my website. Sorry, I'm totally going to make you work if you can do it. So everything is the way it's supposed to be. It is a leap of faith to get out of this worrying cycle. It is a leap of faith to trust yourself. And the reason we don't trust ourselves is we really fight with our worthiness. Like the chat went away. Sorry. All the chat. So we fight with our worthiness. This has been my fight for many years. And I want to kind of show you a path, a different way, offer you a different way. I can't tell you what to do, except I will tell you what to do. But I'll do it offering you something. Okay. So this is, I have to like make a couple of announcements too. So this Wednesday night, I will be in Tecumseh, Michigan. I will be at Sal's, and I will do group readings from 6 to 8. It's $35. I know I just announced it just on Facebook really recently. So show up. Tell your friends to show up if you're in Tecumseh. I'm also going to be, I don't know if I am going to have my, I won't have my full moon, new moon aura spray, but I will have it ready for August. So just know that those are on the horizon. I'll talk a little bit about that later because this is about, you have to maintain your energy, maintain your vibration, and I increase my vibration and frequency to the highest available to me now. Like over and over, I increase my vibration and frequency until you can feel it until you feel it in your inside. You'll be like, and you just have a good time with it. All right. So as always, see light, be light, yo. And what? I hope to see you on Tuesday if you're around, or Wednesday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, and share it, and definitely share. Share that it's going to be there. I'll post this up. If you would be so wonderful as to make sure that you leave a comment on the bottom and give a thumbs up, because we are social creatures and nobody wants to be the first person be like, I don't know who this medium is. Well, tell them. So sending you oodles of love. See light, be light, and you guys are awesome. Thanks. Bye. End stream.
I was trying to put the reason I made noise. I was trying to get there.
Maybe all.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Krista. Okay, wait, stop. I was just about to get. We may all be sad when she's famous and doesn't remember us anymore. Let me just say this, because I got to say this. This is really, really important to me. I have struggled in this new age sort of dimension because people were not accessible. I'm accessible. I put myself out there because I know how hard this life is. I know how you don't want to get up in the next day in the morning. And I know how you don't want to, I know I've been there, not wanting to do that, keeping this job that you didn't want to do, or being in a place you didn't want to be in, or being with people. So understand, I'm accessible. And I wanted to, I don't know. I have to think about that for a second. Because there's no such thing as separation. And separation is what we're talking about here. Separation is what the play looks like, right? So if I separate myself from you, I'm not separate. I am you. You are me. Like, it is a deep, deep metaphysical truth that comes forward over and over and over again. But it's not just here, family, all the world family, no matter what religion family, no matter if you're carrying a machine gun or not family, no matter if you're in India, if you're a kid in India looking for food in the garbage, that kid's me, and I am that kid. The more that we understand, our interdependence is so super serious. It's so serious because it's what we are. And when we cross to the other side, if we don't get that lesson now, we have to get it there. Or God forbid, come back here. If you want to come back here, you're totally, I'm totally down with it. But this version, this Janny, she ain't coming back. So you got me for this lifetime. I would suggest you either get a reading or become my friend or make a phone call, because I am here, and I am here to start to free up our conditioned mind to believe that we're small, we're little, and we don't matter. And I'm here to tell you the opposite. And if anywhere in your world somebody is telling you opposite, I want you to come and watch this over and over again, because you matter. Your experience on this earth is so important. So important. Oh, somebody's doing the Barney song. Well, it's true. I love you. You love me. We're all one. That's what you are. Family. That's what it is. I see it now, Krista. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. But it's everybody. It's no matter where you are at this globe, what you're at this frequency. You're awesome. It's awesome. I don't know why you're crying, Krista. See light, be light, yo. It's the only way to be it. See, what you appreciate appreciates. And if you don't have, and Andy told me this yesterday. Andy is my, he's my coach. He's my spiritual coach. And if you're not having your emotions, is energy in motion. It's energy in motion. And if you're taking your emotions and you're not expressing them and you're not feeling them, and God, I just keep like telling you guys all that. I just about to get off and then I keep talking. So I'm going to say one last thing. And I swear to God, it's the last thing I'm going to say. So I would always like, how does that make you feel? That was always how I would talk to people my whole life before. Like, really? That must have been really hard. How does that make you feel? And I had a friend who made fun of me for doing that. So I stopped doing it until I realized that your feelings are all that matter. Your feelings are your barometer and your temperature about where you're going and how you're going and how you're going to get there. So energy in motion is your emotions. You're emotional. Who cares? It's important. It's important to feel your emotions. All right, Janny, peace out. Bye. And it's not going to go slow. It's going to be slow. But anyway, bye. There you go. Mediumship Monday. That's what it looks like.